Marcus Carnivorous gave us some more of his chill next door neighbor peeking over the fence to have a heart to heart talk with a teenage male protagonist on teen sitcoms vibe. And I've got two clips, and I couldn't decide which I wanted to talk about, so you get both, and you better like them, because for some reason, Final Cut Pro today was being weird, and I had to keep quitting it, and I had to restart my computer, and I don't normally have to do that, and I can normally rely on it, and it was very stressful, and it took forever to do the Danielle Smith video, and I just really want someone to tap me on the head and say that I'm handsome and smart and special, because I really earned it tonight, / this morning. Okay.
You see, my generation was fortunate. For us, there were more opportunities and life was more affordable. You had to work hard, but you could get ahead. That was the bargain. But for the generations that have followed, they're working just as hard or even harder than we did. But they're struggling to pay the rent, to put groceries on the table, and to save for their kids' educations.
So first of all, you know how they say that the way to a man's heart is through his stomach? Well, first of all, there are definitely other things that work. Probably better. But the way to a millennial's heart is definitely to, without reservation, point out that we got fucked. When I was growing up, I remember thinking you were really a grown-up when you had a driveway. Ideally, one with a fountain in the middle, like on Fresh Prince. I thought growing up involved getting a job where I would have conversations with my boss about how I deserved a raise. I was raised by TV, and TV told me that if I did well in school and went to college and got a degree, the world would be my oyster. TV did not tell me that I would be the speck of dirt trapped inside the oyster that a bunch of pretty stuff would glom onto until I became a very productive thing that was beautiful and was sold off from one company to another, where I am both incredibly valuable but also readily replaceable. Where if I talk about a raise with my boss, they laugh and tell me that they're not sure why our wages didn't get raised this last year again, but they don't have time to talk because they've got like 40 other people to manage, despite the fact that our team is only supposed to have 12 people. But at least he's nice about it because I'm one of the top performers on the team. I don't have a driveway. I have a parking spot, and I have a car. Not because I bought it, but because my boomer parents took pity on their overeducated son. And if I did go looking for a different job, all the websites where you are supposed to be able to go and apply for a job, they're just filled with fake ads where companies pretend they're hiring but never do. It makes it nearly impossible to even figure out where you're supposed to waste your time filling anything out. It's incredibly discouraging. You know what? If Carney really wants to win the millennial vote, he should commit to legislation where companies are fined significant amounts of money for putting up fake ads for jobs that don't exist. Because it's an epidemic that is causing genuine despair in the working class. Like, cut my taxes all you want. I'm cool. I'm cool with that. But it's not just that I can't afford much. It's that you have this aggressively cruel American business nonsense spilling over into our country, where management is not happy if workers aren't too exhausted and hopeless to fight back. Like, I don't know if you could put this in an ad, because I'm sure it would inspire Galen Weston to gift Pierre like $1 billion. But imagine the goodwill the Canadian government would get if they required all stores that have like a payment till or counter or whatever to give their staff a chair or stool to sit on when they need to be stationary. Like, hundreds of thousands of Canadians would go home every day with more energy to spend time with their kids instead of just putting up their feet and wishing it stopped hurting. You know another fantastic way to put more money into the pockets of working class Canadians and reduce carbon emissions? What require companies that can have workers work remotely do so. No doctor's note required, no concerns about COVID, just if the job can be done from home and people want to work from home, let them work from home. And if the company acts childish about them, fine the hell out of them. Because if people are working from home, there's less congestion on the roads, which means Doug doesn't even need to build his tunnel to nowhere. Let them have 2 more hours a day to spend time with their family or doing something they're passionate about, like making videos roasting politicians behind the face of a computer chicken, just for example. And again, find the hell out of businesses that pretend that nobody works unless a needy busybody manager is looking down their shirt. If people want to come into the office to work, cool. But for people who know they work better at home with no pants on, Give them freedom from pants. We're all being fucked constantly. So why do we even have to wear pants? It just makes sense. Clip number 2. I don't know if this one even needs commentary. I just think it's really nice and a breath of fresh air.
It's easy to be negative about everything when you've never built anything, when you've never had to make a payroll. But negative slogans aren't solutions. Anger isn't action. Division isn't strength. Negativity won't win a trade war. Negativity won't pay the rent or the mortgage. Negativity won't bring down the price of groceries. And negativity won't make Canada strong.
So yeah, negativity won't make Canada strong, but also making management at toxic companies fear, that would at least help us chill the fuck out.